Is it possible to make $20,000 in a single month in less than 60 days of starting an online business? In this video, we're gonna answer that question. I did an interview with my guy, Donald, to see how he was able to scale and start an Amazon business to $20,000 per month so fast. Let's go ahead and get into it.
This is Donald. Can you start by introducing yourself, who you are, what you do, and how long you've been selling on Amazon?
My name is Donald. I'm 23. I just started selling on Amazon in September.
And what is it now? It's November 5th. And what did you do
Yeah.
last month?
I did 20K last month.
$20,000. And before joining Two Nice Profits, I mean, what kind of results were you seeing in your business?
So I joined Too Nice as soon as I started, but things were a bit iffy. It was harder to
Mhm.
source. It was harder to like find leads. I didn't have a group of people around me that could help me. So it was a bit of a struggle.
And was this kind of the first mentorship you've ever invested in or anything? Or in your whole, 23 years of being alive, is this the first mentorship you've ever invested in or no?
No, I've invested in other mentorships in the past for other things such as drop shipping and whatnot, but that didn't quite work out for me. So
Mhm.
like I like mentorships. I tend to buy a lot.
100%. And what made you even, start selling on Amazon in the first place?
I saw other people's results. I used to sell on eBay and Etsy in the past and stuff like that. So I was already shipping
Mhm.
out orders, and then I saw people doing it on Amazon. I thought I do it already right now, so I might as well start.
And why did you, I mean, like shipping out orders, right? There's like Walmart sellers, like Facebook sellers, there's all these other platforms that you can sell. Why did you kind of choose Amazon?
It's the fastest growing business. Every year it grows. It grows by a couple billion, couple
Yeah.
trillion dollars. So it
And
only made
and
sense.
60% of wholesales on Amazon are made by people like me, people like you, people like all the other people in Two Nice Profits are absolutely killing it. And, most people think they need like a big chunk of the business. We only need, 0.0000001% of the Amazon ecosystem, right? That's all we need.
Yep.
And what were kind of some of like, to someone that's new that doesn't know what Amazon FBA is, could you just give a brief breakdown of what you do on a day-to-day basis to make, your full-time income reselling name brand products on Amazon?
Yeah. So I usually source products. So you buy it from retailers such as Walmart, Walgreens, and Target, and you find
Mhm.
it for a cheaper price than what it's on Amazon, and you just resell it. So I could pack orders, I can source, pack FBA shipments, things like that.
And what were kind of some of the early struggles, like things, that made you almost quit or doubt the process? Or did you even have any?
I didn't have any doubts at all, brother. I know everything is hard. Even starting the business is hard, but if you keep on doing it, you'll succeed.
Easy. Yeah, 100%. I mean, one thing that kind of like what that I've noticed is kind of your belief system, right? Like I see a lot of people, they kind of invest in themselves, they're kind of starting, but they need to kind of see some sales to kind of see, oh, is this even real or not? I feel like with you,
Yeah.
you just had so much conviction. You were like, I'm gonna make it happen. I just need the step-by-step guide. I just need a step-by-step blueprint. So before working with us, what kind of results were you pulling in on average? Like just what were your sales at before you started with us, man?
I had zero sales before I started with you guys. I started with you guys actually on my first month, and I think that's what really helped me
Mhm.
progress as fast as I did.
And what kind of changed between then and now? What kind of clicked, or was it just an easy, smooth process?
It was pretty easy. It was pretty smooth. With the people helping me, I was joining the sourcing calls with back and stuff like that, and then just having
Mhm.
people in your ear that have already been through it has can help you a lot.
And what surprised you most, like once you got inside the program? Was it everything that you expected? Did you see some stuff like what was your kind of first impressions of Two Nice Profits?
My first impressions were pretty good. Like, the sourcing community was pretty good. I could reach out to you and Adam, via tickets if I ever needed a question answered, and I thought that was really
Mhm.
helpful.
And I remember your big win. Like I remember the first time I was like, wow, this guy is going crazy. Because usually, right, people hit their first 10, 20K per month. Month three, month four, if they're like a prodigy, month two, we've had some people do it in their first month. But 20K per month in less than 45 days of starting, that's a big feat. What was kind of your biggest breakthrough? Like what was kind of a moment that was like, damn, like I'm really doing this.
My first 1,000K, like 1K day.
I remember that. It was and how did you even do that?
The Power Q4, brother, the Power Q4. I hopped on one holiday listing and then it took off. I sold out within a day.
And did that kind of like change everything for you? Did I kind of just give you more of a belief system to kind of like, okay, this is actually works. All this Q4 hype, it's like I got on one listing, Halloween listing, and my storefront it just got deleted, and I just did my first $1,000 in less than 60 days on this platform selling on Amazon.
Yeah, that definitely changed my view. Because my second month I was actually aiming for 10 to 15K, but I saw I did
Hmm.
1K day off of one ASIN. I was like, dude, I can scale this. I can go crazy.
And was that the moment where you kind of just like, I have the resources, I have everything. Let me just double down and go all in. Because I feel like after that, you had like another switch. I just seen the activity. You're booking more one-on-one calls. You were asking more questions to ticket, and you were just going all in after that.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like I already knew before I started I wanted to do this full time. And then after seeing the
Mhm.
results, I just wanted to go crazy.
And how has your confidence or mindset shifted, since those wins started, since those 1K days, 1 point, didn't you hit a 1.8K day?
Yeah, almost $2,000.
That's insane. I mean, and like right now, November, I always tell people, right? October is kind of like it's like breakfast. It's like chill. You get a quick snack, you get some energy. November and December is where it's going to start getting stupid. Like you're gonna start seeing like those listings. You're gonna start struggling to stay in stock. You're gonna be hitting 3, 4K days, doing the same thing that you've already been doing now. I always tell people once you get over that learning curve, it's like now it's just like how much. Okay, I have X amount of products. Let me just add 10 more listings. Let me just stock up more, and as soon as they sell out, let me just keep replenishing every single day. And like if you were able to hit 1.8K days, you can easily hit 4 or 5K days. It's the same process. Do you think you have to do anything differently, or it's the
No,
same thing?
it's basically the same thing. Just buy more products, add more to your catalog, and then you can definitely do it. Like I said, I hit 1K day off of one product. Imagine three or four of those, you could scale up.
Imagine 3 or 4 of those. Imagine you didn't. Imagine you just stocked up. Imagine instead of buying 20 units, you had 35. That would have been
Mm-hmm.
a 3K day right there. Right?
Yep.
So the biggest thing, once we clean that up, right? Because now you're prepared, right? I always tell people, like, we can always tell you guys the volume of quarter four, but people have to go through it, right? People
Yep.
aren't confident dropping, 1 to 2K on a single listing, right? But we always tell you guys trust your data, right? Amazon is a data game. Once you see that Keepa chart, see the buyer sell rate, you see the sales batches flying up, right? It's like you could go 2 to 3K deep on one ASIN and sell out in just a couple of days, and this is the only time that this could happen. But what was kind of the hardest mental block that you had to overcome early on?
Just not seeing the results right away. Especially with new
Mhm.
sellers, they might not be able to sell everything, but don't let that discourage you. Just keep on going.
Oh, yeah, man, we got to go into that. We got to go more deep into that. So,
Yep.
as a new seller, right? Most people, I don't know if you've been looking at like Amazon videos or anything. Most people say, selling on Amazon is impossible. I can't get ungated. I'm gated in everything. Kind of
Yep.
tell us about your approach with the sales first approach and how you were able to get over ungated. Because to do $20,000, you had to have some product to sell, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the key with ungating is you got to sell whatever you can and hit your first 100, 200 sales a month. So then
Mm-hmm.
Amazon trusts you as a new seller and lets you sell everything else.
And did once you got to that 200 sales per month, didn't you see that shift? Like you started, and we had a spreadsheet built out. You had the spreadsheet of products that you couldn't sell, and
Hmm.
as soon as you got to that 200 units sold, you were just right back at it, right? You
Yep,
had a
100%.
now you had a whole spreadsheet of products that you could just sell that maybe you sourced 3 weeks ago, and you're like, damn, I can't sell this right now, but you got some of your work back, right? So what kind of message do you have to kind of a new seller that hasn't gotten to 100 or 200 sales yet? He's not getting ungated in a lot of products, and he's losing kind of hope.
My message is to keep on going. Like you might not find a product every single day, or you might not find a few products every single day, but with discipline and if you keep on going, you're gonna overcome that. So that's my message.
Yeah, man, and I see like a lot of people they get like with business, like it's always gonna be tough, right? Like with business, it's like it's ups and downs. Like some days, you're hitting 1.8K days, other days you're hitting like 400, 500. How did you kind of stay grounded?
Don't get complacent, you know? Like you hit a 1K day, that's cool, but there's definitely levels to this. You know, you always strive for the next level. You know, you wanted to hit 3K days, 4K days, 5K days.
Yeah, Donald. I mean, before we started recording, we were just kind of talking about that, man. It was like, that you hit, sure, you did an impressive feat. You hit $20,000 per month in October, but anything less than a 40, 50K a month November is going to be a disappointment, right? Because you have the
Yeah.
opportunity, you have the proof of concept, right? We got to raise you to a higher standard. Kind of tell me about how, how you weren't able to get complacent in your first couple of months selling. Like, a lot of people, they hit a 1.8K day, they start chilling, they start posting videos, they start
Yeah.
relaxing. How did your mindset kind of differ than a normal person?
Um,
Hold up, I think you're glitching right now.
yo, you
Yo,
see me?
yo.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
something might have happened.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay,
I
bet.
guess we're recording. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Um,
All right, we're good. We're good. Are we solid?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see you on my end.
Okay. 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 Gotcha. And then, if you could. Okay. And what does your daily routine look like now, just starting and scaling right now? Like, what is your daily routine? I mean, I don't know if you've ever like worked a job before or anything like that, but what does your kind of daily routine look like right now? Making a $20,000 per month business.
Yeah, so with Amazon, you work for yourself, obviously. You don't have a clock to punch in. So realistically, my daily routine is I have the orders from the previous day, which I need to fulfill, and I'll go out and fulfill those. I'll source new products, buy inventory and things like
Mhm.
that. It's pretty straightforward.
Do you think it's easier than kind of working a 9 to 5 or what? What is your stance on that?
Yeah, so I used to work a 9 to 5. I used to work at fast food and stuff like that. It's way easier. You know, you don't have someone over your shoulder telling you what to do, and you don't hate your job, you know. If you love what you're
Yeah.
doing, you're gonna do it 10 times better.
And it's like you're learning, right? You're getting better. You're learning a new thing every single day. You're interacting with people that you actually like that are, the same. Because to start a business, right, you have to have a certain characteristics. To invest into yourself, you have to have a certain characteristic. To so just being in a community of like-minded people that they're all in the same spot. They all chasing growth, discipline, just showing up, getting 1% better every single day. It kind of just motivates you on those days where you don't really feel like it. And that was literally a whole goal of making two nice profits, right? On those days, I know some days you probably didn't feel it, and then you see the wins chat, you're like, yo, Mark is already at 30K. I need to go harder. And that's the environment that I was kind of trying to make when I was building two nice profits. So, I mean, how how important do you think consistency and discipline is versus like just like knowledge and just like you can have all the knowledge in the world, right? But how important is just consistency and discipline?
It's very important because if you know how to do something but you never get up and do it, it'll never be done, you know. And discipline is very important because there's always someone who's gonna do something that you're not gonna do, and if you want to get to that next level, you're gonna have to do it every day.
Yeah, like you have to. I always tell people this. Like you always have to take risks that other people aren't willing to take. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, like Donald, it's very easy to scroll on TikTok and just like get some Amazon information and not take action on it. It's very easy to watch YouTube videos like these, right? Get some motivation, get some
Hmm.
action. It's very hard to invest into yourself. It's very hard to actually take action, right? It's very
Yeah.
hard. It's very hard to show up even when you're going through the ungating period and you're struggling. It's really hard to just keep on sourcing every single day. And that's the thing that separates people. That's the thing that separates you versus the person that's been selling on Amazon for 6 months and that hasn't cracked 10K per month, right?
Yep.
So what have you learned kind of about yourself since you kind of started this journey?
Um, that hard work pays off, you know, even if with especially with FBA, right? You're gonna buy products, you're gonna send it in. Sometimes it takes a week or 2 weeks to get your money back, but you know, eventually all that hard work pays off. You know, it'll sell, you'll get your money back.
100%. I feel like Amazon, it teaches you a lot of just like delayed gratification. It
Hmm.
teaches you a lot of discipline. I mean, it really like business really like for your development as an actual person. Obviously, the money is cool and everything, but I mean, Amazon has helped me a lot with just getting over hurdles. Amazon's always coming out with some BS. There's always going to be adversity. There's always going to
Yep.
be, your leads getting tanked. But this has made me into such a better business owner. Like, let's just say I would go into another business, I would have these skills. Like a lot of people, like I would have so many skills, inventory, product research, right? Even mentality wise, I would have so many skills that would transition to other parts of life, right? It's like going into the gym, going and doing everything else. And
Yep.
that's kind of the like benefits that I don't see a lot of people talk about when it comes to business. Like it's only pluses, right? But it's all about perspective. But if you could talk to a version of you, right, that was before joining the program, what would you kind of tell them, man?
I'll tell them keep on grinding, keep your head low, don't get too complacent. There's always someone better than you. There's always someone who's doing way better than you are, and you want to get to that next level.
Mm.
Don't get your head blown up about it. You did a good month. Time to do a better month.
Last month doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter,
Yep.
right? Nobody cares about what you did. You gotta like it's what you're doing this month, right? So where do you see yourself in the next 6 to 12 months?
100% within the next 12 months, I'm gonna do 100K a month, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. So we have calls, right? With these calls, we do 10K per month, 30K per month. So we do 100K per month. Just to show the viewers the growth. We're all about growth. We're all about being transparent.
Mm,
When can we see for the 30K per month interview?
next month.
Next week, right? Like
Yeah.
next 2 weeks. When are the viewers gonna see you for the 100K per month?
Give me 6 months. I'm cooking something on the low right now. Give me like 6 months.
I'd say give you 60 days, bro. I think you could do it December. I mean, we just had the conversation prior, but if we just make a couple of steps,
Yep.
we might be seeing you January 1st, January 5th.
It's possible. It's possible.
Mm. And like, what would you tell someone who's on the fence about joining, Two Nice Profits, but they haven't kind of taken action yet. They don't have kind of the community. What would you kind of tell them?
Um, pull the trigger. If you're thinking about it, pull the trigger. Take action. As everybody says in these interviews, like if you don't take action, nothing happens.
Yo, Donald, you're probably like the 11th person. I don't think anybody has gotten on this interview that has succeeded, and they've all said the same thing, which is genuinely insane. But it just goes to show the kind of mentality that the people have in Two Nice Profits that are actually winning. They all have the same. They all have the same mentality. They all took action when it wasn't certain. When you joined Two Nice Profits and you made that investment, you were like, man, am I gonna make this back? I'm still not getting
Yep.
ungated. But you understood that if you didn't get uncomfortable. You knew where you're going to be at, right? You knew
Yep.
that the sales wasn't going to go up. You knew, but you understood that I'd rather get uncomfortable, take action when I'm uncertain, than stay in the same position, right now, 6 months later, right? So, what do you kind of think this program makes like? What do you think makes this program kind of different from the other Amazon programs out there?
The unlimited one-on-one calls we get with you guys, and just with the sourcing calls were so helpful, like in the beginning, because you're starting off from nothing, you don't know much, and then
Yeah.
with people around you who've already done it and who've been through it, they can just help you progress so much faster.
And it's kind of crazy seeing it full circle because I'm looking at the Monday calls right now. I just took a look at the VCs and now you're sharing your screen. You're helping out the new mentees.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah,
how does that kind of feel, man? Like I looked at that, and I was like, dude, this guy didn't know how to source 45 days ago. Now he's in the calls helping out other mentees. I mean, that's the whole point of community, right?
yep,
That
100%.
that just puts a smile on my face. But any final message you kind of want to leave to people just watching this who want to start their Amazon business but they haven't taken action yet, man?
Final words, if you're thinking about starting, just start. If you don't start, you won't get anywhere at all.
Simple. I mean, it's pretty simple, guys. But we're gonna be dropping as much value. He's gonna be Donald. We're gonna do an interview at 50K. Let's 30K is too easy for you. We're gonna do it at
Yeah,
50. So that's gonna be in the next 30 days, right? Based on what we're cooking up right now, we got he's gonna schedule a one-on-one call literally right after this. Gonna get him his first virtual assistant, so I'm super hyped. Um, and yeah, I'm super excited for the future. Quarter 4, we're entering like the crazy part of quarter 4 now. Like it's gonna start getting crazy. We're making sure we're gonna stay in stock for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But let's get after it, guys.